The Phnongs don't write. Everything is shared orally, such as the method to build our traditional thatch houses, that is handed down from generation to generation. Although nowadays people build more and more wooden houses, my parents taught me everything. Building houses, working bamboo, cultivating the land. Everything I know about life was given to me by the elders. My generation and my children's still know quite a lot. But the new generation, the youngest ones, they no longer know the old techniques. I try to teach the children how to make baskets, but they're not interested. They say, "If you want, I don't mind going to school, but I'm not interested in this."
The new Great Road is slowly opening up the region and stimulating trade with the rest of the country. It's a great opportunity for such simple populations that see tourism as a chance to diversify activities that were, up until now, exclusively focused on growing cashew nuts. A fertile plot, trees planted by his great-grandfather, and a reliable nature that never lets him down. This farmer can trust his rows of cashew trees to deliver the expected quantity of cashew nuts. Cambodia is the biggest producer of cashew nuts in Southeast Asia. However, it doesn't get as much profit from it as it should, because the produce is sent to Vietnam right after harvest in order to go through a complex treating and roasting process that turns a toxic ingredient when ripe into the delicious kernel everyone knows. When looking at the kids burning their fingers in their haste to try the roasted fruit, I remember the chestnuts that we eagerly taste right off the fire, with that same willingness to share, but very far away from here. Its slow pace and the precision of its movements, the respect its mere presence inspires, the light in its eyes when it looks at a human, everything in this animal is fascinating and makes me stand still. As I watch, I forget that I'm here so close to it.
When my father grew too old to continue taking care of the elephant, I took over. I was 12 years old. My son, right behind me, started when he was 15. Life would have been much harder without the elephant, because we only had two solutions to make a living: using the animal's strength or ours. Nowadays, we no longer use the elephant for any work requiring strength. Adults work in the fields. When they come back from school, children take care of the house and the animals we raise in the yard. The elephant belonged to my parents. They had exchanged it against animals, buffaloes. However, they weren't its only owners, since other villagers had contributed to its purchase too, by bringing pigs, hens, or rice. So other villagers could borrow the elephant when they needed it to carry merchandise. We lent it to them for a week or two without asking for anything in exchange, and sometimes we rented it out. Now it's different, of course, since people own vehicles. But it was like this before, and everyone could rent an elephant. We let the elephant go to the forest freely, in a location full of bamboo, because an elephant is different from a buffalo. It eats all the time, almost 24 hours a day. It sleeps half an hour or an hour and it resumes eating. We only attach it to a tree when it's too close to crops, otherwise it destroys everything. Elephants are surrounded by many beliefs. For instance, if a pregnant woman gives birth outside of the family house, it's a bad omen, and the elephant can become sick. Our ancestors wouldn't let a tamed elephant have a baby because it was a bad omen for the family and the whole village. If it happened, they had to ward off bad luck by making so many offerings and sacrificing so many buffaloes that it became much too expensive for the families. And so to avoid this, we made sure elephants wouldn't mate. Last year, a Kornak, an elephant owner, left a male and a female together, and they quickly got close. The elephants then came into the village, destroyed several houses, and attacked and killed the Kornak. Nobody in the village could sleep after that. A policeman ended up solving the problem by killing the male. This female will turn 60 this year. She's like a family member now. I think she likes us a lot. But since she's always in the forest taking a stroll, so to speak, we can't keep an eye on her, protect her and take care of her as much as we'd like, and as much as we do with other animals. When I was a kid during King Norodom Sihanouk, I remember that we used to follow the elders to the forest to catch young elephants. There were 2 or 3 of us for each elephant. Before, we didn't kill elephants. It started during the Khmer Rouge regime. People started to kill males to get ivory. Before, there used to be elephants everywhere, in the forest and in the villages. When the last elephant in the village will die, it'll be over. The army forbids capturing them, and nobody knows how to do it anymore anyway. The ones who know are too old now.
I imagine the strange feeling he must feel when saying these words. Because his people can no longer catch elephants in the wilderness as they used to, and their strict tradition hinders breeding in captivity, the whole Kornak lineage and the culture associated with it will end the day the last tamed elephant dies. This perspective brings a whole new dimension to the care this man gives to his animal. Traveling to other lands is a choice and an initiative that any adventurer eager to meet others will take. Then, as we get closer to the expected land, the willpower that started it all slowly gives way to some kind of uncertainty, to randomness and to luck. For traveling means feeling fragile, vulnerable and needy for a time. Everything hangs on the generosity of our host and how they'll welcome us, which will directly impact the beauty of an experience capable of changing one's life.